the social media manager here at Glowforge. This is our CEO, Dan Shapiro. On set with us, we've got our content designer, Shell, over here, and then on our handheld camera, we have Justine. And then behind the scenes, we've got a couple of people doing production. But we're super excited for today's live stream. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got a whole ton of prints to do, a whole bunch of questions that we have to answer. So,
all right, what are we going to do first?
What we're going to do is we're going to make a snow.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I know folks use all sorts to do this. I mean, you can use PDF from Microsoft Word to Photoshop. What are we going to be using today to create our snowflake?
Well, PowerPoint.
PowerPoint.
Yeah, right?
All right.
You never
With
designed.
PowerPoint.
Exactly. So let's create this beautiful thing from PowerPoint. I think we have a sample of it. Yeah. So this is what it's going to look like on for the finished product, but I think we're going to cut to Shell's screen so that we see what that looks like. But we've got some pretty little snowflake details here, and this is just plain acrylic. Like, I never would imagine how beautiful this is. Just
yeah, and when I think about like gorgeous gift giving, office productivity software is not usually the first thing that comes to mind, but I kind of love that you can use whatever tool you're comfortable with.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And or paper to draw your designs too. So Shell is one of our content designers, which means we're shooting quick, and she had to learn. So, but she snowflake. So that was
so just part into PowerPoint. Yep. Okay. And so you've got the shape that you're going to cut out. You've got the little teardrop hole that the ribbon is going to go through. Yep. You've got these snowflakes for decor, and what goes in the middle?
How about first?
All right.
Okay, we have like
very cute.
Out of 90 odd employees, something like 8 babies right now,
yeah.
like families. So there's a lot of call for first snowflake ornaments and the like. Okay.
Yeah.
And you can pick whatever font you want?
Yes. Yes, there we go.
All right. Make something fancy.
I really like this one.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then we'll make it a little bigger so we can see it. And
All right.
Try that. All right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that was it.
That was it.
You just made the whole design right there.
Yep. Took like
that
1
seems
minute.
eminently achievable.
Now you can use PowerPoint to design too.
Hey.
All right. So we're gonna print this on some acrylic, some medium clear acrylic. And so this, I think, is a Glowforge Pro. We've got the pass-through slot on the front.
Oh, yeah, our top-end model.
Yeah.
Fastest print speed, 45-watt laser, and can print oversized materials by inserting it in the front, starting your print, and pushing it through so you can make really enormous stuff.
Yeah. So let's. So all we have to do is put this in here, and then I don't think we showed off the QR code. But the best part about this is, as soon as it automatically gets recognized. We've got the perfect settings.
Yeah, with Glowforge, you can grab any material you want from the home supply store. You can pick up a rock and engrave it. We do sell a line of materials called proof grade materials that are masked with this. You can see this white mask acrylic, so that it's really so that you can draw directly, scan your drawing. Maybe we can show that later. Recognize it, loads all the settings. So you really just put it in there and push the button. Can we go over and see? It's alive! Can we see your screen so that folks can see how that comes together? So from PowerPoint, I think you save this out as a PDF or an SVG, and then just take that file and load it into the website, right?
Yep, exactly. And this is how it comes in. So there's no extra work really. The only thing I changed is I changed it from. Thank you. The only thing I changed was I changed the clip art to a score.
You changed from the clip art to be a score instead of an engraving.
Yes.
Sorry, I forgot you don't have a microphone.
That's
so I see there's an engraving, and it automatically figured out that your text was supposed to be engraved, and it figured out that your outline was supposed to be a cut, and then you told it to draw the score line, to draw the snowflakes instead of cutting them, and it's ready.
It's ready to go.
So you push the button there, and then you push the button here.
Yeah, you press print. Okay.
Here we go.
Should we have a shot of me pushing the button? I feel like people love that.
Yeah.
So
the button is
Can you see
magical.
me well enough? All right.
We have
Magic
customer
button
videos of just
glowing.
like people fighting over who gets to push the button for the first print. So you push that, the machine comes to life and starts the print. And there's different steps to the print. So right now it's engraving. It's moving back and forth and pulsing thousands of times a second. So it can create a really high resolution black and white image, just like a laser printer that you might use to print a black and white image. And so that's how it's going to go engrave the text that Shell created. Then it's going to go at low power and it's going to draw the outline of the snowflake. That's the score line. And finally, it'll turn on to full power, 45 watts, and cut right through the acrylic to finish the ornament.
Yeah, so we didn't really talk about how long this print was going to take, but it looked like it was about 4 minutes and just under 30 seconds.
Yeah, if we switch back over to Shell's screen, it's really nice because it shows you exactly how long it's going to take, and Glowforge prints are really quick. There's 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to do this print.
Well, this one especially is quick because this is our most premium model, so the Glowforge Pro prints 3 times faster than the basic.
Yeah, the top speed is 3 times faster, and it can cut up to 20% faster with the 45 watt enhanced laser.
That's awesome. We always get questions about the Basic Plus and the Pro, and so Rebecca had a question about that, and she says, how do I know which Glowforge is right for me?
So nobody's sad when they get a Basic. The Basic is fantastic for making all the beautiful stuff you see here, and it's really designed as our entry-level Basic model to get started, but upgrading to the Plus gets you double the top speed so that you can print significantly faster. You get double the warranty on top of what you already have. And let's see, this is the Plus right here. You can see it's the gray instead of the black of the Pro. And then when you go all the way up to the Pro, you go from 2x to 3x top speed. You get the extra 5 watts of laser power, so it can cut up to 20% faster. You still get that enhanced warranty. You get additional cooling, so it can print all day long in a warm room, whereas with the Basic and Plus, if the room is warm and you're printing nonstop, it'll pause and then it'll restart and continue, so it can take a little longer. And last but not least, you get the Pro for truly enormous oversized prints. Again, you won't be sorry whatever you get. At home, I got a Pro, I actually bought a Pro because I love our product and I use it all the time, and we use it for all sorts of stuff.
Speaking of which, I mean, I know Thanksgiving is coming up. I know you usually are printing things for their holidays. Do you have anything special planned for Thanksgiving?
Well, let's see. We just finished a school project where both of my kids, I have twins who are 11, and they were both printing things to go bring to their marketplace project. My son printed a box with a pivoted hinge for a deck of cards. They were doing a unit in school in math on measuring volume and size, so he took ruler, he measured the deck of cards, he went into a calculator and figured out the size of everything, put it all together, then he found some artwork that he liked and he drew his own version of it because not copying from, but he drew his own version of it, scanned it, put it on there, and created these incredible box decks that they sold. My daughter made a pendant from their school mascot, from her own drawing, from some text, not too dissimilar from what we did here, and then made a band of these rainbow links to put together, and that's what she was selling for that. And these are getting repurposed as holiday gifts because there's nothing better than Glowforge gifts for the holidays. So now the family is getting their own personalized versions of all the things that they made anyway for school, because recycling is a virtue.
Plus that they get them for free. They don't have to pay for them like the school marketplace for
They have a rule, they can't use more than $20 worth of materials. So they shop for their own materials, they chose based on what they could afford, and they created, I think, a dozen decks of cards and 15 of the pendants, and she did 15 of the pendants for the budget they had.
Materials? Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That helps when you just have a Glowforge that you can use to print all of those things too, so it helps cut down that cost.
Yeah, it's so great to be able to grab these materials, simple, everyday materials, and create truly transformative things. Ooh, I see, we're cutting now. We're at high power. That must mean we're just about done.
Yeah, we'll be done with that really quickly.
And that's the other thing, is if you're going to make 15 of something, you don't want to sit around and wait.
Oh yeah, no.
Like traditional 3D printers that make stuff out of plastic with like a little squirty nozzle to go build stuff out of plastic, those can wind up taking 12 hours, 24 hours for a single print. This took 5 minutes.
Yeah. We also didn't talk about how you can take that design and you can just copy and paste it over and over and over again.
Oh yeah.
So we could have printed 20 of these if we wanted. We just pasted all on the same material, so.
Copy, paste. Control or Command, depending on if you're Mac. C and then Control or Command V, and just keep doing it, and then you have 20 of them instead of one, and you can print them all at once.
Yeah.
Let's see what we did.
All right. So as we mentioned before, proof grade materials come with a protective coating. So as you can see, it's still masked, but now we've just got this nice, beautiful snowflake ornament, and we're going to use some masking tape to kind of remove that proof grade masking on it. So
This is, some
rip
people
off.
love to peel this off by hand, but we do this a lot, so you know, I'll duct tape.
Yeah, this is, my dad was telling me, he was, oh, is this a technical way to get this
Right.
proof grade masking
Yes.
off? Yeah.
So let's see, this paper protects it through the printing process. So you get this really, here, let me get the back first. See this really beautiful clear acrylic. There's the back side.
You're too excited, Dan.
I know.
You ripped it.
I have shaky hands in the best of times, and this is just so
Even
exciting.
worse.
There we go. So you can see
Get all those
the
little pieces
beautiful
out.
design coming up.
These snowflakes
And
are a
here,
little bit
I'm
stubborn.
going to hand this
You
off
can
to
give
the
that to me.
professional.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to,
Oh, you're gonna hand it to
yeah,
Shell. Get
Shell
to
knows
do
what
it.
she's doing, and
Yeah,
we'll see that back in a
it's
minute.
true.
But that's it. That whole thing, start to finish, from design to finished print. How far are we? We're 10 minutes into the show, and we've already created something absolutely unique, never before seen in the world, totally personal from scratch. That's what's so exciting about Glowforge, especially around the holidays. Being able to take something that you're excited about, that's personal, and bring it to life. But not everybody all the time, and not everybody has PowerPoint. Some options for folks who maybe scribble something and click print on a design that already exists.
Yeah,
You want to tell folks about that?
Yeah, I'm really excited to talk about this. So we know that everyone is really excited for the holidays, so we put together kind of a Glowforge holiday game ever this year. And so we'll be giving out some limited edition. It's part of our kind of like special for this. If you end up purchasing your Glowforge printer before November 30th, you'll get all of our holiday designs. And so the one we're about to print is part of that. It's for, you know, like the chefs in your family, the people who love to cook and are always in the kitchen. So I'm really excited about this design. It's one of my favorites. I'm going to be printing it for my
Oh my
house
gosh.
too. But so we've printed it on a glass kind of cutting board. I don't
wow.
know if we would use this as a cutting board, but it's a beautiful little conversion chart. We've got everything from the ounces to milliliters as well.
Well, and it looks
so-
like somebody's printed one here on a wooden cutting board as well. This is one of the things that's so cool about working with a Glowforge is you can take glass, you can take wood, you can take stone, you can take acrylic, you can take leather, you can take chocolate, and you can take the same design and transform it by putting it on different materials. So this design that we're going to include for free if you purchase now, and if you purchase for the end of the month, will actually let you create this gift for the people in your life. And you don't have to do it just like this. You can take your family's name, you can take a special moment, you can take a special recipe and add it to the top.
Yeah, so here the top says Kelly's Kitchen Conversions, and
This
neither
one
of
doesn't
us
say
is named
anything.
Kelly, yeah, this one doesn't have anything, so
All right.
we can put someone's name on it. So do we want to do the Shapiro family, or do we
Excellent.
want to do Ellen?
I mean, I'm biased. Let's do Ellen.
Okay, we'll put my name on it. So I've just got this piece of black paper here because it makes it difficult to see. So if
Oh, right,
you're
just for the
wondering what
camera.
this is, yeah, it's just for the camera. But we've also got some masking tape on the back just for the camera too. But we're gonna put it inside. Do you want to put it in the Plus or the Pro? What do you think?
Oh, let's use the plus for this one
All
so
right,
folks can see
sounds
that
good.
working.
Yeah.
So the plus is the one on the left. While Ellen's putting that in, it's also something we had a lot of questions about is setting up your Glowforge and if folks want to use the air filter. So there's two options for setting up your Glowforge. You can put it next to a window and you can use the window to vent, or you can use our compact filter, which you can purchase along with your air filter. You can see on the ground, it's about the size of a recycle bin, and it connects to the back of your Glowforge so that you can put it anywhere in the house, anywhere with power and Wi-Fi, and you're ready to go. About 2/3 of our customers use a window, about a third use a compact filter. You can pick whatever's best for your home.
Absolutely. What we're going to do this is we're going to use Trace. The Forge, the printer that you get, has an onboard camera to make a drawing with a piece of paper and print your design directly from there. I'm going to write my name on this piece of scrap wood that we have, and then we're going to put that inside and then have the onboard camera take a picture and print that design.
Perfect. And
Okay.
this is one of my favorite things about owning a Glowforge. With the onboard cameras, it makes it easy enough that literally anybody can be a creator, can customize something for themselves. When I founded the company, my twins were 4, and when they were 5, they were creating designs that they could go and print on the laser, albeit with quite a bit of help. But anybody can draw. Anybody can go put that in there, and then with a few clicks, that can become an engraving and stone, in metal, that can be personalized like on this cutting board. It makes it easy for anyone to create something truly special and magical. Because anybody can use a pen. Granted, some of us better than others. Let's take a look at what it takes to go transform this into an engraving.
Yeah.
So first, you said trace, then you drew a box around the design. You're clicking the place artwork button to go and convert that into a digital image. Now, if you wanted to, you could copy it, you could make 5 copies, you could drag it around,
Shell
you
just
could
made it
personalize
bigger, smaller.
shrink it, adjust it. And in this case, because this isn't proof grade material, because this is something we bought, I think on Amazon, this glass
Probably.
cutting board.
Yes, I believe so.
You actually picked settings that you played with before. If you bring your own materials, you can find settings on our forum, or you can experiment to find the settings that you like best. And then when you find the ones you like, you can save them. So proof grade materials, settings are automatic. With your own materials, you can look them up or experiment and save them.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's it.
That's it.
Click print. So you put in the image, you draw a box around it, you drag it into place, you click print. That's how easy it is to personalize something magical on your Glowforge.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so you may have noticed that, you may have seen this before, as soon as you hit print, the laser moves over. And what's actually doing is measuring the surface. There is an immense amount of technology that's going on behind the scenes so that every print comes out perfectly without you having to worry about it. It's actually measuring the height of the material down to a few thousandths of an inch so that it can autofocus for a perfect print every time. And when it's ready, the button lights up, starts blinking, so that you can just go and hit print. And that's our goal with this product. You should be able to open up your box of magic and be holding your first print in under 30 minutes. That's what customers tell us. It takes 30 minutes to go from FedEx delivery person frighteningly carrying the thing up the stairs
Yeah, upside
to
down.
blinking button and finished product
And ready to print
in under half an hour.
So let's get this print started. Super excited. So so earlier I introduced myself as Ellen, the social media manager, and that's kind of just a really fancy way of saying that I'm on all of our social media accounts. If you are on Instagram, on Glowforge, or Twitter, or on Facebook, then I'm the one that you're going to be talking to if you leave us a comment. So I get to see people getting their Glowforge printer for the very first time all the time. They'll post on their Instagram story, or they'll post on a Facebook story, they'll tag us, and I get to see the magic literally happening within 30 minutes. I'll get the snap of someone saying, oh, my Glowforge printer just arrived, and then they'll take a picture of it in its box in their house, and then they'll take a picture about 10 minutes later of them, raising the Glowforge up, putting it on their special table that they have all either custom built or that they just ordered for it, and then they'll unbox it, and then they make that first print, and it's so exciting to see that happen and see how much joy that it brings people.
And I know everybody's looking at the weekend coming up, and everybody's thinking about Black Friday and what are they going to do for gifts. Here's the incredible thing about a Glowforge. You can buy a Glowforge as a gift, or you can buy a Glowforge to make all your gifts. And owning a Glowforge actually turns you into the gift creator. It lets you make things that you're not going to be able to buy in any store, that you're not going to find on any shelf. Things that truly come from the heart, whether it's something you've created absolutely from scratch, like the snowflake ornament that Shell went from idea to holding the finished result.
Oh, I've got it.
Elle's got it right there,
yeah.
holding finished result in 10 minutes that you saw live, or whether it's taking a design like the 3 designs we're going to include if you purchase now, and customizing it with your signature, with a special message, by putting something on top. That gift is part of yours. And we don't do Black Friday sales. We actually have a Black Friday discount for you, our live stream viewers, that we're going to put up at the end of the live stream. This is not going out live. We're not tweeting this. We're not posting this on social. I say we. You're not. This isn't going on our website. But for joining us here for the holidays, we do have a special discount code that we will be showing at the end.
Yes, we will. All right.
So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, it's very
and
exciting.
oh my gosh, we are almost done with that engraving.
Oh,
It looks so beautiful when you have that engraving on the glass. You can actually, I think we engraved this on the front. You can engrave on the back in mirror image and see it like sort of hovering below. There's just a ton of creative options. And talking about creative options, oh my gosh, we have so many questions about materials. Our team who's on chat, Ken asked, can you engrave on the laptop lid? Tanya asked, does it print on wood? Joanne asks, does it print on leather? Wait, let's go through these and let's answer them as we go.
Yeah, as we go, yeah, exactly.
Tanya, does it print on wood? Let's show us some wood.
Here's some wood. Oh, this cutting board here, or this photo. Let's show the photo.
All right.
The photo engraves are
Oh,
always
no.
very impressive.
Okay, so this is a few Halloweens ago, where I was a chef and my son was a lobster.
You needed the kitchen conversions chart too. You could have carried the
That's
cutting
right.
board as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
Yeah.
We have a cutting board with Nana's Rural Rusted Picture frame. We have this beautiful building from Seattle. We have this 3D engraving. Oh, this is something to look at.
Yeah, that's in one.
So this is a 3D engraving where the laser actually sculpts the surface in 3 dimensions to go create something of amazing depth and detail. Oh, and these incredible earrings from Juniper Made, which looks like one of our customers who's has a business selling these. Is that right?
Yeah, we have a ton of customers that have business. You know, every once in a these are kind of planted now because sometimes we purchase products from our customers to see what they've made and to just admire their work. And so we have a whole ton of Glowforge customers that have businesses that run their entire business printing on their Glowforge. So one of those people, actually, we've got some things on set too from them. Yeah, so these little doors off on the corner, which maybe you don't know what these are when you're first looking at them, but these are fairy doors. Yeah. So the idea is that you put this out in your backyard, and the little fairies can come through your door. And so we've got a whole ton of these from Fairy Doors. And so Fairy Doors is a business that prints these doors basically on their Glowforge printer, and they make their designs, and then they use their printer to print out some of their designs. And this one is like some leaves.
When I first saw these products on Instagram, my first reaction is, you've got to be kidding me. When we created this product and when we imagined how it would work, never in my wildest dreams could I have believed that something like this was possible.
Oh no, absolutely.
And this is what I love about Glowforge, is people's creativity is boundless. And whether it's a child's doodle or something like this, it's amazing. I think they sent us a video, right, talking about the business and what they've done with it?
I think so too, yeah. We're really excited to show you what Fairy Doors has to say about printing on their Glowforge printer. So if we want to get that video queued up and hear some words from Fairy Doors, that would be super awesome. But yeah, no, I'm really excited.
Hi, I'm Chris Pallas.
And I'm Kevin Zerwacki.
And we make the Fairy Doors with Blue Toucan Studios. When we first bought our Glowforge, we thought it'd be doing 2, maybe 3 different tasks and doing them regularly. But more than a year later now, there's perhaps 100 different tasks that we have it do for us that we never would have even thought of doing without having this device in our studio. As artists, one of the things that you always think about is when you're making anything, you buy a new tool and you want that tool to do its job. And with the Glowforge, that tool has superseded everything that we ever hoped it would be.
Yes. Most of my design I just do on my iPad. So I can go to a coffee shop and I can go from sketch to finished vector drawing that the laser can read in an afternoon.
Mm-hmm. I mentally, having never used a laser before, thought it was going to be super technical. It got to the point where you just go, like, I have an idea, I just want to try something. I had an idea to do a picture of the moon on a door. And so literally I spent 20 minutes hunting down some reference off of NASA. I picked out a pixie frame, I put it in there, I threw it over to the Glowforge, and I just said, we'll see. I go off and I set it all up and I hit go. And then the Glowforge is another member of our studio, just plugging away, doing its job while I can move on and do other things.
It is basically the most fun toy we've ever had.
It really is.
Good to hear from Fairy Doors. They're so fantastic, and I love hearing about how they can really bring their ideas to life so quickly, just immediately from when they think of it, sitting in a coffee shop and just immediately printing something. Yeah. But I see that you're holding our kitchen conversions chart that
straight
we
out of the
customized.
Glowforge.
Yeah, we just pulled it while we were watching that Fairy Doors video.
And you can see here, this is, for those who missed how we made it, Ellen drew this, put it in the Glowforge, draw a square around it, drag it into place, hit print. This design is one we gave away for free, so you don't even have to draw anything. And the combination of the two makes something absolutely unique that you can use as a gift, that you can use for your home. And we talked about Glowforge for gifts. Let's talk a little bit about decor. We have seen such amazing stuff where people decorate their house and where people use their Glowforge to improve their home. Shell, I think, has got something she's going to pull together for us
Yeah.
here with a piece
So-
of holiday decor.
Yeah, we've got this beautiful
Hanger
wreath.
for when your guests come to visit.
A door hanger for when guests come to visit. Fantastic. Oh, lovely.
You
for
say
our
you're
guests.
partial to it. Yeah, for your guests specifically.
How did I miss that?
Yeah, so this is just some, I think, painted wood. You can spray paint it, color it however you want, and yeah, just print it out. So I think we're gonna print out your name out of acrylic.
Sounds
and
good.
Yeah, just set that out.
And you know, it's the simplest thing in the world to type your name into Adobe Illustrator, Microsoft Word, Photoshop, PowerPoint, whatever software it is that you like, and then drag it into place and hit print. But it's really amazing when you see something like that that's so deeply personal. Our Instagram feed is filled with people who are using something like this, just name cut on a piece of colorful acrylic, using it for weddings, using it for holidays and celebrations, using it as decor, ways to personalize. Are we going to see the creation process here? All right.
Great. Are we making it in PowerPoint or are we just... Okay, so this is another design tool. So Adobe Illustrator, a lot of our customers end up using that to use their designs. But again, you know, you don't have to use any fancy design software. You can use PowerPoint, you can draw with a pen, as we saw a little bit earlier. But Shell's just gonna quickly type out the Shapiro name, choose a font that she wants, and then I believe that we have some integrations with Illustrator where she can just drag and drop the design straight into
Just
Upload.
copy and paste.
Oh, yeah,
So I
copy and
see
paste,
Shell's
yeah.
adding a little bit right now to connect the dot of the I to the rest. There we go. So that it doesn't fall off.
Yeah.
And then putting it all together, and then you can copy and paste. I see Dawn Smith is asking about cutting lines and settings.
Oh, yeah.
So what's going to happen is you saw, if we cut back to Shell's screen, you saw she just went copy and paste, and there it is. And it says engrave. So she's going to click it. Instead of engrave, she's going to say cut, and now it's going to be cut. It's really that simple. With proofread material, you just pick if you want to engrave or cut.
Yeah,
if you're using your
absolutely.
own material, then you can use the proofgrade settings as a start. You can go online to look for settings, or you can experiment to find the settings that work best. And since this is proofgrade acrylic, it's just going to do it already.
Yeah.
And I know some folks thinking about the Black Friday discount that we've got just for the live stream. We will get to that. Stay tuned.
You're gonna make them wait for it?
Well, we've got things to print,
It's
right?
true. We've got things to do. We've got questions to answer.
It is actually important to me that people make the right decision when they buy a Glowforge. It is a significant investment. It's something meaningful that can really change the life for you, your family, your business. And I want you to have the right product. I want you to have the product that's right for you. So we'll make sure you get it. We'll make sure you get it at the best price that we've offered all year, I believe. This is absolutely the best price all year. But let's push the button.
Okay, here we go. We'll get that print started. Awesome.
Excellent. So this is a cut, so it's going to go and actually trace the outline. And because this is the Pro, it's going 20% faster using the more powerful 45-watt laser. And remember, it can engrave up to 3 times faster. It can cut up to 20% faster. So the Pro is an amazing workhorse for your business, for your hobby, to crank out an incredible amount of cool gifts, home decor, you name it. All right. Do we have that Black Friday code? I know people are asking in chat. We're going to save it for the end, but we can go a little early.
Okay, people are asking, so they want the discount. Okay, so the discount code for the best price on your Glowforge printer that you'll get all year is going to be glowforge.com/NOVLIVEDISCOUNT. No live discount. It's kind of
Because
weird
it's
to
our
say without
November
November.
live stream discount.
Exactly, yeah. So that'll be the best price. You'll get $500 off of a Glowforge Pro, $250 off of a Glowforge Plus, and $100 off of a basic.
Exactly.
Sometimes I get tumbled over my words and I don't know what I'm saying, so I have to
Happens
really
to
think
me
about
all
it.
the time. Yeah.
Especially when I'm spelling things out. It's very confusing sometimes. So, but we were talking about people using their Glowforge printers for businesses, but I know that we have a lot of schools that use their Glowforge printers too.
Oh, yeah. In fact, one of the things that we've got here, it's neat because we see schools who are using it for education, whether it be art or whether it be shop class, but we also see them using it for things like fundraisers and awards.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
we've got some
absolutely.
video from one of our teachers we can pull up right now to show you just what's possible with a Glowforge in a school.
Western, and we've been using our Glowforge here at my school.
And our favorite thing that we've made so far is our marble mazes. We've designed them in our software. Pop it in here, about 3 minutes, cut them out, press the magic button, and perfect.
So I just learned that not one but 2 schools in the Seattle area got Glowforge units. These are middle schools because my kids heard about it from their friends in the past year and have been using these for all sorts of things from robotics to art class, engineering. They were doing something with social studies and everything in between. In fact, one of them named it Buster and put giant googly eyes on their Glowforge Pro, which I think was my favorite. There's a big sign over it that says Meet Buster. And so you've got kids as young as 6th grade coming in and using this to do all sorts of creative stuff, just like we saw.
Yeah, and teachers too. Teachers, like you mentioned, people are using that for fundraisers. I'm on social, obviously, so I see all the time when teachers are posting photos of the things that their students are making for their fundraisers or how they're using a Glowforge printer to enhance their studies. So I know Dan was talking a little bit earlier about how his son was measuring the volume of things and then putting together a card box. I've seen all kinds of things like that. You know, people making protractors from their Glowforge printers out of clear acrylic, and also, you know, you were talking about social studies. I saw one that was students made custom game boards. So they designed game boards and they printed them on a Glowforge, and they printed all little pieces of the game boards on a Glowforge, and it looked like so much fun. I wanted to join that class.
This is something I'm deeply passionate about. So my before Glowforge, in fact, how I learned about laser technology was creating a board game called Robot Turtles that teaches preschoolers the basics of coding even before they can read picture-based. And this is something where I had this amazing time prototyping the game, putting it on Kickstarter, bringing it to folks. And it was there that I actually learned about laser technology, which it turns out is like the secret to doing incredible prototyping for games or creating something deeply personal for yourself at home. So we have folks doing everything from personalizing game pieces to creating organizers for board games where all the slots come in for all the little fiddly pieces, all the way up to creating games from scratch that they launch and use to create businesses.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I know that we have one user who's an avid YouTuber. Like I mentioned before, I'm on social, so I'm also on Glowforge YouTube. But there, you know, so I see everyone, all of our Glowforge owners who are just really passionate about what they're printing. And so one of these customers, his name is Troy the Maker is his YouTube channel, but he has a daughter, and him and his daughter make like, they're just so excited about printing. And I know his daughter likes to, you know, run over and push the button, and he always lets her push the button. But I think we've got some video from him that we can show talking about how exciting it is to make prints on a Glowforge.
Hey, what's up? TROYN, and I'm gonna tell you why I bought the Glow. The number one thing is they got the proof grade material. The proof grade material is super dope. As soon as you put the proof grade material in the machine, it got these QR codes on there that the camera automatically scans, and it puts the settings in for that material. The second thing is the camera. The camera is super duper dope. On your computer, your phone, your iPad, and you can move your design around on the material so you don't cut somewhere that it don't need to be cut or engrave somewhere that it don't need to be engraved. And also so you can use as much of the material as you can. The third thing is the button. I like pressing the button because when that button lights up, you already know it's time to create something. But my daughter, she likes pressing the button. Like if she around and that mother light up, she's gonna try to run to go press that button. Can I press the button, Daddy? Can I press the button? And I let her press the button. Of course I let her press the button. The fourth thing that I like about it is the referral links. The referral links are super duper dope. So if somebody uses your referral link, they can save some money and you can get some money. And if you get enough referral links, you can basically get your machine paid for. So some things that I wanted to share with you on the reasons why I bought the Glowforge and some things that I really, really like about the Glowforge. Thank you.
He's so great. Looks like you're holding our last print.
I know.
Some movie magic.
Like, we typed it, Shell stuck the eye on the top, and then we hit print, and a minute later there's there as a part of this whole thing.
We peeled it. We should say that we did peel it because it was proof grade material, so we did peel off the protective coating.
That was the movie magic right there.
Yeah, that was the movie magic.
Okay, so why are people behind the camera waving at us and pointing at the screen?
Well, it's because we have a live chat going right now, and we've got people in chat answering questions.
So many questions.
But we haven't been answering all those questions.
All right.
So we should get to that. So I'm going to rapid fire very
Okay,
quickly,
speed
ask
round.
questions. Okay, Deborah asks, will I be able to use this if I have no design experience?
Oh my gosh, yes. Like literally none, you're good to go. So you can draw, you can use any sort of design tool you want. You can use the free designs that we're giving you as part of our holiday special. You can, and then of course you can go and get free software like Inkscape or software like Photoshop or Illustrator or whatever else to create things. And if you go to glowforge.com and just look at some of the things there, you will see an enormous range of incredibly brilliant design to, hey look, I took my name and I took a pattern that was already there and I put them together and cool stuff happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh wait, we're going fast. Okay.
Yeah. Bridget asked, how do you do a 3D engrave or get a 3D look? I want to print 3D photos.
3D, okay.
Yeah.
It's really simple, which is, if you want to print something in 3D, and let's get in there and you can see up close, if you want to print something in 3D, you just take a picture and the darker pixels are deeper, the lighter pixels are higher. So white is the top, black is the bottom, and that's how it works. And then you take proof grade material, you pick 3D engrave instead of engrave, and that's it.
Oh, just that's it. Got the settings. That's easy. Okay. So JR asked, does the Glowforge printer need technical updates, and how do I do that?
Okay. Does the Glowforge printer need technical updates? No. Do you get them free anyway? Yes. How do you do that? You do absolutely nothing. When you turn on your Glowforge, if there's a new update available, it installs it magically, silently, behind the scenes. All the software you need to use your Glowforge is free and is included with your Glowforge out of the box, and it all updates automatically, free, instantly. You don't have to worry about it. It all works in your browser. So you just copy and paste or drag and drop your files into it. You see them previewed, you click, and away you go. And it's always getting better. Recently, we increased the speed of every single Glowforge unit for free for all of our customers overnight. So we're always working on amazing new stuff to deliver to make your Glowforge better.
So we have a fun question. It's not as technical. Carolina asks, what's the most unusual thing you've ever seen printed on a Glowforge?
Boy, I'm thinking about the laser guacamole. I'm thinking about the trainer to help cardiac students do pediatric heart surgery, which is the same guy as the laser guacamole. And because people are multitudes.
Unique, creative, yeah.
And then I see that we've already got my absolute favorite. This happened like 2 months ago. Somebody built a ladder to rescue that were stuck in their stairwell. So they actually, not the same guy as the laser guacamole and the pediatric heart surgeon, but they actually, and they were tweeting this, which is how we saw it. They actually created this ladder on the spur of the moment because these baby robins were stuck in their window well, and put this down there to go and like help them get out. And according to Twitter, they actually made it out. Yeah, that's mom bringing them snacks.
Airlifting.
Which is very much how I deal with my kids when they're halfway up the stairs and exhausted.
Yeah,
Bring them snacks.
Josh has a very important question.
Yes.
He's asking, can I use materials that I purchased from a local store like Home Depot or Lowe's, or do I have to order proof grade materials?
Yeah, absolutely. You can use any laser compatible materials. That's a wide variety of leathers and acrylic and wood and chocolate and glass and metal and all sorts of things. Yep. And proof grade materials are great because when you are designing something and you want to put the material in, hit print, put the material in, hit print, have it work every single time, know that the settings are there, know that it's going to look beautiful, that it's something you can take for all the way from print, we've got something there for you. But the technology works on just about any laser compatible material that you can find, which includes like half of Lowe's and Home Depot. And you can literally go outside, pick up a leaf or a rock, you can engrave the rock, you can cut like amazing cityscapes out of leaves. We have customers do all this. So, Instagram. Okay, so this is just a treasure trove of random stuff. So looks like there's an ornament for Kyler, which is just like a slice of a tree.
Yeah.
If we keep going, it looks like, let's see, what else have we got? Some of these are proof grade materials. Some of these are just random materials that they found.
Yeah.
It looks like I see we've got some, if we go back up, that glitter amazingness, I don't know what that is. That's not something we sell.
No, I mean, it's something that our customers make. Our customers
and
make
there's a board game
such
organizer.
incredible things.
We were talking about that. It looks like actually the whole board game might have been printed on a Glowforge.
There's some of those photo engraves that we were talking about. I don't know if those ones are the 3D ones, but I see some earrings, and yeah, I get asked a lot, you know, can I make a business with my Glowforge printer? And my answer is always, yeah, if you can think to sell something, you know, sell it, make your business. Like, I've seen such unique things, all the way from, you know, someone who laser engraves pill boxes to
Elf?
someone who makes, yeah.
So Will Ferrell just scroll by there?
I mean, 'tis the season for Elf, right?
Yeah, there we go. He was hosting Saturday Night Live last weekend, so
Yeah.
I guess he's on the mind.
Well, a little bird from chat told me that someone wants your T-shirt. It sounds like everyone has been really into the Glowforge T-shirts.
Bad news.
I don't know if they can see Shell, but Shell's also wearing
Shell's
the
sporting
same
it as
one
well.
or a similar one, yeah.
At the moment, the only way that you get one of those is by going to a different website, which is glowforge.com/jobs, and sending us your resume. And we are hiring. And if you'd love to be a part of the team that creates all this, usually we're just talking to folks who are customers, but since they ask, this is one of the perks of getting to actually create the machine that creates all the wonderful things out there.
Yeah. All right, so do we want to start our next sprint and then
Oh
answer
yeah,
some more
let's do that.
questions?
What do we got
All
in
right.
mind?
So, well, we were just talking about businesses. We just saw the earrings. I was thinking maybe we should print some earrings. That would be
Fantastic.
See what that looks like to make a product kind of from start to finish.
We
for
have
those who are
so many
interested in
jewelers who
businesses.
use Glowforge as a
Yeah.
way to transform their creativity, to scale it up so that they can design faster. Let's see Shell's screen here.
Oh, wow.
And oh my gosh.
So-
Shell, what are you doing? It looks like you're creating this whole thing just using like a mirror image so that you can create the design really fast. This is going to be an earring?
Yeah.
Can I take this one home? This is like
Well,
awesome gift fodder.
you know what? Yes, actually, because that's one of the free designs that we're giving away. So if you purchase a Glowforge
Oh
printer
my
before
goodness.
November 30th, one of the limited edition holiday designs that we have for you is a beautiful sunburst jewelry set that Shell designed, you know, with our customers in mind, thinking that this would be something that they'd love, and this would be like a great gift. So I think we're gonna pan over the earrings really quickly so you can see.
Holy
So
smokes. That
this
was
is the design
amazing.
that we're giving away, and then we're going to print the one that you just saw Shell draw as well. But yeah, these are sunburst jewelry set, and these ones are a little bit special because they have a little bit of foil on them, laser foil. So I mean, when I started working here at Glowforge, I had no idea about anything to do with lasers, just like here. The first time that I saw foil, because all you have to do is put it on wood and that's it. Same with these earrings.
Oh my, you know, I said, can I take these home? One of the cool things about, you don't have to take it home. You can just email it. At the office, we share things that we create, we'll share with each other. It's easy to share it with a friend. It's easy to go to community.glowforge.com and download one of thousands of free designs, as well as all sorts of feedback on how people made it, how they created it, how they embellished it. And so there is just an immense amount of design creativity that's available, yours free for the taking online.
Yeah.
As well, if you want something that is a guaranteed gift that's going to print perfectly every time, we have a catalog of premium designs that you can purchase. So we're going to give you half a dozen of those with your purchase this week, this month through the end of the month only. But you can also go in and purchase anything from a wallet to a picture frame that you can go click and print, so that you have a gift that you know is going to work right away every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
every time.
I think we're grabbing some shelves off on the shelves,
let's
grabbing some material
make sure
for
we
the
have
earrings. While we're doing that, we talked about gifts. We have a couple of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you do that on a Glowforge things in the background that I just want to point out for a
Yeah,
second.
we should talk
So,
about them.
This is paper. Folks ask about printing on paper. This is just regular paper, and it's sort of like a paint by numbers. Go in and use some watercolors to paint. It is spectacular. On the camera, it's a little hard to see just how magnificent this is, but it's these layers of paper that are laser cut precision to create something truly amazing. Right next to it, you can see this map, Seattle, but it could be a map of your home just as easily. They're incredibly popular. There's actually a map of Jamaica, a 3D engraving, and a map of Seattle. And then all the way over here on the right, you have probably one of my favorites. It's a dollhouse. It's an amazing dollhouse. Shell, could you stand next to the dollhouse just so people can see? Like, it's a little hard to get a picture of just how enormous this thing is.
No, it's
but I
huge.
cannot imagine anything more spectacular. And this is something that you can do at home. This is something that you can do at the push of a button.
You know what? I have some very exciting news. Maybe we should have a bell. No, I don't.
Ding, 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 ding.
Shouldn't make it too gimmicky. But someone just bought a Glowforge with the code. So you know what? Maybe it was good that you shared it in the middle of the video because they were so excited that they didn't want to wait through the end of the video.
And I mean, here's the thing.
You tease them.
You press buy, and then the machine arrives, you go print things, and you're gonna have amazing stuff. By the way, I have to apologize. Right now, sales have been kind of nuts. The factory's having trouble keeping up. We're trying to put the most accurate delivery times, but you'll see it's different. The delivery times are different from each model. So you can look at the delivery times and see when each one's available. We're really hard to bring those times in to get more units made. But if this is something you're thinking about doing, please do not wait. Because we're having trouble keeping these in supply. And it may be a couple days, it may be a couple weeks, but pretty soon we're gonna wind up out past the holiday window. So in order to get this for the holiday, I want you to order right away so that you can be sure you have it in time.
And that's one thing about, you know, this Black Friday discount that we're giving, which is, you know, just the best price that you're going to get all season long. And so, you know, there's really no reason to wait, especially if you want to be printing your gifts immediately, or you want to have your Glowforge printer for the holidays as like a gift. You know, someone in your family really wants one. So just to make sure that, you know, there's really no reason to wait.
Absolutely. Do we have some earrings that we can print here? Oh, we've got
so we've loaded up the
in, the
Glowforge
button's
Plus.
going.
Yeah, and so Shell has already done that for us. So the button's glowing here, so we're gonna push that
Give it a
button.
push. And you know, people ask if it's complicated or hard to use. There is literally only one button on the Glowforge. When it lights up, you push it. It's delightful.
Yeah, no, it's super easy. So
one of my favorite unboxing videos was a kid and her dad racing to the button and him being like, "Wait, no, I bought it. It's mine." This is the dad.
The dad, yeah.
It's
Stole
pretty
it
fun.
out from underneath his daughter. That's so funny. All right, well, we've got some more questions.
What software is Shell using right now for earring design? They are asking. That is Adobe Illustrator. It's a great design software. You get it from Adobe as part of their bundle. Inkscape is a free alternative that works well. Of course, you can also use anything from Sketch to Office software like PowerPoint, or Google Slides to Microsoft Word, or anything that can create a PDF. Can save a file as a PDF. I think you're also using a plugin to do that cool mirror thing. There's a company called Astute that makes that sort of kaleidoscope plugin that makes it easy to reflect things like 10 times.
Yeah, and it just, I guess, plugs in with Adobe Illustrator. So Greg was asking if you can engrave on things that you already have, like, you know, his belt buckle or a flask or...
Oh yeah, I mean, like, we've got stone coasters. This is one of my favorite things because you can buy these tiles, like square tiles or round tiles like this for something like 49 cents. Put a piece of sticker on the back, like I've used furniture feet that you get at Home Depot, and then engrave it for something that's really just magical. And then this is just a flask purchased online that's engraved with the design. And as you can see, that's incredibly permanent.
Not coming off,
Yeah, so it gives you a huge range of things. You know, engrave your wallet, personalize it, or print your wallet from scratch. Whichever you prefer. Does it print on leather? Elva in chat was asking. Absolutely. Oh, do we have some leather? Oh, we have this thong.
Shoe.
Yeah.
We've got the
this is actually created from a picture of the bridesmaid's foot to ensure it fits her perfectly. We've got that clutch.
Yeah. Yeah, and we are, I was just about to say that we've actually...
You're going to make something on leather?
Yeah, we're going to be printing another one of the designs from the limited edition holiday bundle. So we're going to be...
the originals right there.
Oh yeah, Eloise
right
was asking about engraving on granite. So yes, you can engrave on stone. We just showed the slate. Oh, there it is. That Z is done on slate. I believe granite works as well. Depending on the color of the granite, it may be easier or more difficult to see. Pro tip, if you engrave on stone or on ceramic and it's hard to see, you can actually take just regular paint, wipe it over, and then wipe it off. And the paint will stay where it's engraved, so you can color your engraving on stone or ceramic that way.
Wow, that's cool.
What is this?
This is a passport sleeve. So this was kind of designed for like those travelers in mind, like the Globetrotters, the people who are always have a plane ticket somewhere. And so this is just a passport holder.
Perfect gift.
And it's a leather print. So we're going to be printing this. And I have a confession to make. I've never printed on leather before. Ever since I've been here, have never printed on leather. So I'm really, really excited for this print.
Leather is intimidating. People are like, oh my gosh, you know, this sounds scary and how's it going to work? It turns out it's super easy. One of the first things I did when I got access to a first laser was I printed a wallet, and I still have the wallet. It's fantastic. It's really easy. It's really quick, and because the Glowforge creates the holes for you with laser precision, it's actually more like lacing up a shoe than it is like sewing. So you can go from design to finished product in the course of a movie. You hit print, takes a few minutes to print, and then the rest of the movie you're just sitting there going in and out with, use a dull needle. So you're going in and out, you can't poke yourself. Let's make something with leather. And, and actually, while we're grabbing the design and getting that set up, somebody asked from chat, can you show off the proof grade material board? So, so let's do, since I don't know exactly which piece of material you were looking for, we'll show you a whole selection.
Yeah.
This is acrylic. It's clear underneath. That's what we used for our first one. Here's a crate.
Crate full of some materials off on the side.
This is our 1/4 inch proof grade walnut.
Yeah.
It is pre-sanded and pre-finished so that it is furniture grade and ready to go right out of the box.
Yeah,
this does come with the paper on it to protect it through the printing process. This is proof grade leather. In this case, we put some paint on it.
Yeah, so as you can see, they're all the same size because this is the area inside of the Glowforge printer. So proof grade materials are exactly the right size you need to put it in, but you know, you can always cut your material to the correct size that you need, or if you have a Pro, I've seen customers have long sheets that are like, I don't even know, like 10 feet, 20 feet long, and they'll just slowly push them through and just print out each section that they can. So.
And this is one of my favorite materials that's totally underappreciated. It is actually a hair-thin wood veneer. It's real walnut, and it has a 3M adhesive on the back, so you can make wooden stickers, and you can put them on phones and on laptops, and it looks amazing. So this is incredibly easy to work with, super fast to print on, and it's a way to just up your design game with.
Yeah.
Let's make some earrings.
Yeah, so
so passport holder.
Oh yeah, passport holder. Oh, we were gonna make earrings, but the print is finished. Oh, you've got me all distracted. Okay.
Yeah. So we're finishing the earrings. There's so much. It's like the kitchen where 5 things are on. Dinner's almost ready. I just heard the earrings finish.
Okay, anyways, being distracted by Dan. So we've got some proof grade leather here, and so this one is the unmasked one, and Shell just used some leather dye and a sponge to kind of create this pattern, but you know, you can do whatever, you can paint whatever you want on your passport holder. So we have another version of it that has masking tape on top of it, so we're gonna stick that inside of our Glowforge printer and then get to printing this leather passport holder. And then it looks like Dan's off in the corner being distracting again, so he's gonna peel our earrings for us and then we'll get started. So I'm gonna set this in here in the Glowforge Pro. Just put that lid down on there. And then Shell's going to make that print of the passport holder on her screen. And then Dan is going to peel our earring for us.
Still finishing up the last design while we're doing the next one. You can see Shell's screen here. You can see everything she's been working on recently.
Yeah.
All your designs are saved in the cloud for later. And so now Shell is copying the design, pasting it into the interface, and you can see if you have multiple machines, it's no problem. And we do have folks who are buying their 2nd, 3rd, 4th machine because they're starting to sell the stuff they make, and as their business scales, they can scale along with it. And so she picks the machine, drags it into place, decides if she wants draft, or which is fast, or highest quality, which is a little slower, and then hits the print button.
There we go.
And there we go.
Guess what? Someone else couldn't wait. Someone else has just used the live stream code to make their purchase, so super exciting. Yeah. So as soon as you make your Glowforge printer purchase, you'll be able to create a Glowforge owner's account. So only Glowforge owners, or I think we've got some sort of authorized users to make accounts too. And essentially, if you have access to a Glowforge printer, you'll be able to download the limited edition holiday designs, and you'll get those right away. So you can admire them, decide which ones you want to print even before your Glowforge printer gets to you. But that's super exciting, and I'm watching Dan struggle trying to
not struggle.
Peel
this
these
is just
earrings.
my favorite part. All right, so these are the earrings that Shell designed before. As you may have seen, she was doing this like cool kaleidoscope thing where she drew it. And I love the moment of reveal. So here, come take a look. I just put some duct tape on it, which makes it easier to peel off the surface. And look at that creation.
Beautiful.
If you were watching just now, this whole thing came together in about 5 minutes to create the design, another 5 minutes to print it. And that could be an earring, that could be an ornament. That goes straight from the incredible creative mind of Shell into your hands in no time at all. And even if you're not a brilliant artist and designer like we have here with us today, this is something you can do. This is something your kids can do. This is something that lets you create something that you've never seen before. And whether you're inspired by a piece of architecture, whether you find a cool design for a traditional pattern that you sketch and trace yourself, being able to create something like this and then bring it to life at the push of a button, it is incredibly exciting. And that's what we're here to help you do today.
Yeah, no, it is very exciting. So I think we've got some more questions to answer about materials.
Oh my gosh, and we've only got 5 minutes left.
I know.
All right, let's hit some.
Okay, so well, we answered does it print on glass? We answered does it print on metal? What's the largest cutting size for materials?
For the Glowforge Basic, it's about 11 by 20. Just a little less than that. And if you're engraving, then it needs to be a little narrower so that the head can kind of speed up and slow down. And if you are using the Glowforge Pro, then it is 20 inches by infinity. So you can print something incredibly long by using the pass-through slot. You put the material in, print on it, slide a little further, keep going.
Absolutely. So what about masking materials?
Yeah, so proof grade material comes with the masking material on top, which gives you that sort of beautiful print when you peel it off. You don't need to. If you don't, you get kind of an aged look from the laser process. That if you have masking, that peels off. If you don't, that winds up on the material.
Yeah. Actually, sometimes I see our customers experimenting on social media, obviously a lot. And so I had a customer who prints on some like rose gold mirror acrylic. And she said that she toggled with her settings so much so that she was able to get the perfect print to have no masking. So she just literally changed her speed by one until it was absolutely perfect. Didn't need any masking, so masking isn't necessary, but you know, our proof grade materials do come with it. So.
Somebody's asking about things that aren't perfectly flat or irregularities in thickness. No problem. It can vary in height by about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch, and it's just fine. The autofocus actually measures the surface, and so it's going to be in focus right at that sort of center point. If it varies a little, it's okay.
Yeah, we also showed this flask a little bit earlier, but this flask has a little bit of a curve to it. So if you have things with some curve, you can tell that, you know, it's like bumped up a little bit, and so from the edge of the print till the end, there's a little bit of curve. I've also seen our customers print on shot glasses, pens, pencils. Pens is a really fun one. I love seeing when businessing and they're printing their business logo on a pen over and over again. That's always really fun to see.
I made a dozen pens for a group of friends. Everybody had their own name on it, and it was incredibly easy. I mean, like, I didn't tell them that. I slaved over this. Wooden pens were engraved their name on the side, and it's really wonderful and special, and it's something that's incredibly easy to do.
Yeah, it's so personal, especially during this time when gifts are kind of top of mind for a lot of people. So,
for sure.
Yeah, it's super.
There was a question from Lori, does it print on food? We have some macaroons. We've seen laser pumpkin pie or you engrave on it. The only thing is we have to recommend that if you use your Glowforge for non-food materials and then you put food in it, you shouldn't eat the food because there might be something on, like, you know, something
from
residue.
Wood or,
like, you know, same thing if you put plastic in your oven, you wouldn't then want to use your oven for food.
Makes sense. Yeah, no, I see food a lot as kind of like a novelty thing. I've seen like hamburger buns, waffles, and like it's just one of those like really fun things.
May or may not have engraved my face on a pancake. By the way, if you want to do something like that and eat it, the secret trick is you go take a piece of paper, you cut a stencil, put the stencil on it, and then sift powdered sugar on it, shift cinnamon on your hot chocolate. Like, it's really easy and really cool to go to cinnamon stencils on hot chocolate or cocoa stencils on hot chocolate.
Yeah, that's
or
a
just
great
about
way
any
to do
food product.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, people can come back at 4 p.m. to do live chat. We're going to re-air this, but we're going to be live in chat. I will be tickling the ivories. I'll be on the keyboard in chat as well. If you want to chat a little more, any questions for me?
If you want to chat with Dan directly, he will be in the chat.
Okay, we're going to email you the link for that so that you can follow up with that afterwards if you didn't get all your questions answered.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go through the basics. We only got 3 months left. If you buy before midnight this month, you're going to get limited edition designs, gift tags, phone dock, wreath, earrings, the cutting board design, the passport holder that we're printing now, all sorts of things for you to create for the holidays, for gifts for yourself. And most importantly, that discount code right there, right? No,
yep,
there. This is the best price we've offered all year. This Black Friday discount, it will not be any better. You will not find a Glowforge for any better value than that. We want to make sure that you can own it this year.
Yeah.
And so first, it expires at the end of the month. And second, we are running really low on inventory. I know, I feel like a carpet salesperson or something. We're running low on inventory.
yeah.
If you go look at our ship dates, you'll see we're actually having real trouble keeping up with demand from the factory. We're shipping them out as fast as they can go. And so that delivery date, we're actually able to beat that for different parts of the country, but that delivery date is our best estimate for when we can get it to you. And it is moving out. So
Yeah.
you're going to look at that and you're going to be able to see which unit you can get at which point. And I urge you that if you're thinking about doing one this holiday season, go ahead and do it now. Use that code. You're going to get the designs, you're going to get the best price of the season, and you're going to be able to get it before the holiday. Because at some point, the dates are going to slip out. We're not going to have any more to sell for the holidays, and then it'll be for next year.
And then you'll have to start your Glowforge printer for the new year. All
and
right.
we just finished the leather.
Yeah.
And let's see, I'm going to pass this to Shell to peel. We'll see if we can get it out with 1 minute left.
Peel that out. Yeah, with 1 minute left. It's
yeah.
very quick. So
Speed peel, that's right.
Exactly.
And so we'll send you the link for more questions if you've got it. Our team will follow up. You've got the live discount, and oh
Yes,
my
on
gosh.
there on the screen.
That's
Michelle is
so
quickly peeling
cool.
it as quickly as possible so that we can get that, so that we can show you. Luckily, we have the finished product too, so we've got some like movie magic.
So that's the cover of the wallet.
Yeah, and this is what we were talking about, how the holes are perfectly lined up, and so it makes it really easy to just kind of sew them up. So yeah, just very easy. But I don't know if we've got anything more to say.
I just have to say, as somebody who's had this experience in my family and in my home and in my life for the past 4 years, there's something unbelievable about taking your idea and bringing it to life by pushing a button, and then being able to do it again and again, to create them for family and friends, to be able to create them for your business, and to create something from your imagination that you can bring into the world. I love this company, I love this product, and I hope you own it and experience it for yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you today.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a you here. Hopefully you got some of your questions answered. If not, again, you can join us for the live chat. Dan's going to be answering your questions. So
I'm Dan, CEO, founder.
I'm Ellen. Thanks so much for joining us. Bye.
Have a great weekend.